Bye-bye, Pit-Pit! Love, love! Hi! A few days ago, I traveled from General Santos City, which is my hometown, to Manila, which is where my company is based. Not really for work purposes because we are still allowed to work from home, but to attend to some personal affairs. It's my second time only to travel during the pandemic via airplane, and the first time was when I traveled from Manila to General Santos City in June of last year, immediately after they allowed domestic flights. I gave a 3-week allowance from the time I booked my ticket to the date of my flight, just in case I needed some time to process documents and requirements. Really, there was no need to have such a long gap because for the longest time now, there have been no requirements for travels to Manila from provinces, unlike for many of the flights from Manila to provinces. So I did my research after booking the flight instead of the other way around. I asked a friend who's been to Manila from General Santos City recently and was told that indeed there are no requirements. But I wanted to be sure, so I checked with Cebu Pacific via their Facebook Messenger bot and I asked what the requirements are. I was told that as of October 1, NCR is under Alert Level 4, wherein intrazonal and interzonal travel is allowed, subject to any rules and requirements of the LGU of the destination. It wasn't a clear-cut yes or no for me, although reading it again now, it should have been obvious. So I clicked Learn More and saw the details per destination. I went straight to the section on travel requirements to Manila, and the statement there is the same, verbatim. So I checked for the other destinations and saw that there are many that required vaccination cards, negative test results, and other documents. It's then that I concluded that there are really no requirements for travel to Manila since there's none noted. Cebu Pacific also gave a caveat that it is best to check directly with LGUs as travel requirements may change from time to time. But I did not do that anymore. I relied on what my friend said and what's on Cebu Pacific. And the good thing is that on the date of the flight, indeed, there are no requirements for travels from General Santos City to Manila. And I gather it is the same for other provinces to Manila. My flight was originally scheduled on October 8, but Cebu Pacific moved it to October 9 because they reduced the number of flights in October. I was accompanied to the airport by Mama, Papa, Tito Nonoy, and Fishbone. Unfortunately, not everyone can send me off at the airport because apparently, there's a rule that only the driver can drop off the passenger, so we parked on the side of the checkpoint to say our goodbyes. Kawawa man si Bit-Bit. Love you, Mommy.
Ano oras flight mo?
I am already used to saying goodbye to my parents because I work in Manila. But it was very hard to say goodbye to Fishbone.
Bye-bye, Pet! I love you! Sige, kiss na.
Walang allowed.
Dalawa yung check-in baggage, tapos opo, isang carry-on. Bye-bye, baby! Go na dito! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!
This airport building is new and looks very different from the old one. If you are from General Santos City, you would know what I mean. After getting inside, I went to a corner to arrange my bags. As passengers are allowed only one hand carry, I put my backpack inside my small luggage. I was told to use this machine to generate sticker for my bags.
Ako ang isa? Claim sa baggage.
Claim stuff po.
Okay, salamat kayo ha!
I knew that I would be paying for excess baggage and I did. I paid 1,800 pesos for 6 kilos of excess baggage.
I already checked in my baggage, so at least one down, but I can't go to the pre-departure area yet because my flight's in 1 hour and 25 minutes. No, 2 hours and 25 minutes. So they probably will let people in if their departure is like 2 hours or less.
My flight was scheduled at 1:55 p.m. and they started letting people in at exactly 2 hours before that. There are many sections inside the airport, and due to social distancing rules, there are seats that cannot be used. Since I was already in the pre-departure area, I rearranged my bags and put my essentials in the shoulder bag. The boarding of passengers was done by batch, so there was a bit of social distancing. Since it was drizzling outside, many passengers opted to use umbrellas. But I didn't because it was tolerable for me.
I'm finally here! I'm going to get inside that plane. Heading for Manila!
I was hoping to say goodbye to Mount Matutum, but it wasn't showing that day because of the bad weather. The plane was huge. They probably wanted to maximize the flight since there are fewer flights during the pandemic. I finally found my seat, which is 33C. I was hoping to get a window seat, but well, that wasn't given. Social distancing is not applicable inside the plane. And finally, I'm in Manila.
This is such a familiar place. There, I'm about to get down the escalator. I'm finally in Manila, and I think I'm one of the last ones to leave the plane, if not the last one.
I availed of the maximum baggage allowance of 40 kilos and I believe the payment was for 1,200 pesos. Still, I had excess baggage of 6 kilos.
How do you do this? Okay. Let's go!
And finally, I'm outside the airport to meet my brother and his girlfriend. Welcome to Manila! Thanks for watching!